Good morning, everyone. Today I would like to share some of the questions which I received from the viewer regarding to how to do the mantra practice at home. One of the viewer emailed me and he lists out several of the questions. I found this question very interesting and also very practical. Therefore, I decided to design this video to share with everyone today. So, how can you do a mantra practice at home? As we know, the mantra itself is the heart essence of individual deity. There are different deity, different Buddha, different Bodhisattva. Each deity, each Buddha or Bodhisattva has their own mantra. So the mantra actually itself is this Buddha and Bodhisattva's initial inspiration on the time they attain their enlightenment. So that is why the mantra practice is a very shortcut practice. You don't need to turning around, going very far path. You can shortcut to the hard practice of each deity. So let's introduce how you can do a simple mantra practice at home. There are 4 different types of practices, from the beginning stage to advanced stage, or to non-Buddhist practice. So, since we know the mantra is such easy, fast-paced practices, is a heart essence of each Buddha or Bodhisattva. So, I'm going to introduce you several of the methods which can assist you to choose from your level of cultivation. So I'll begin from the beginner stage. Let's say if you are at home, you are very, very busy, and you do not have any time to do any mantra practice at home. Very simple way you can do in method 1 is you can simply just play the video or download to audio from our channel or from other masters mantra chanting channel. So once you download our video to your phone or to a computer, then you simply just play it day and night or certain hours a day. And you set as your daily practice. That is very important. You set as a regular practices. It's just like you do a cleanse your house energy and blessing your house, blessing yourself every day. It's just like we will every day go to take a shower, or in the morning we will brush our teeth. We want to purify, to cleanse our body. Doing this type of practice, no matter is a chanting mantra prayer or the mantra practices, cleanse our ordinary habitual behavior. The purpose of doing this type of prayer is cleanse and receiving the blessing at the same time. So that's why this type of practice is easy and powerful. So just simply play the audio or video. That is a method 1. Once you get used to this kind of easy practice at home, then you will see the beneficial advantage at your daily life. You will find your mood is much more positive. You feel happier, and you can more have positive attitude to deal with your negative emotion. So it's also called as a blessing from Bodhisattva and Buddha. Once you get used to this kind of cleanse practice every day, then you also can try the same time to do the more advanced level in method 2. You can search online Buddhist dictionary, or from our channel, we have some teaching mantra chanting videos. So I already put each mantra, each character either in Sanskrit or in Tibetan language, and also pronunciation. So you can watch our videos and you learn word by word. Or you simply can go to the Google, search the online Buddhist text, and listen to our teaching video, learning this mantra by yourself. So this is method 2, which is more intermediate level, because you offer your own speech. You take an action, open a Buddhist text or watching our video, and try to memorize each mantra, how to write, how to pronounce, what individual mantras meaning, what that mean to you, what that mean to all other beings. So you read, you learn to pronounce. That is method 2. It's simple like that. You can just follow our online YouTube channel, our teaching video, then you learn. So you can begin with a very short phase of mantra, like a Guan Yin mantra only have 6 syllables, Om Mani Padme Hum. Or once you get used to this more short mantra practice, and you already get very used to, you can push yourself to a little bit longer mantra. Or for instance, Amitabha Buddha's mantra, or Achubhya Buddha's mantra, or even the longer mantra like Leng Yan mantra. So, any type of mantra, they all contain the blessing. There is no which one is more powerful or which one is less blessing. No. So we don't do this kind of self-judgment. Just adopt each mantra according to your level of learning pace. So you don't push yourself, have too much pressure on learning this type of mantra. So let's say if you have very strong connection with Guan Yin Bodhisattva, then you can set yourself Guan Yin mantra as your daily practice. Let's say 108 times. Or if you have very strong connection with Amitabha Buddha, so you also can choose Amitabha Buddha's mantra as your one of the basic practice at home every day. Because sometimes we know reciting a Guan Yin Sutra is take an hour, or Amitabha Buddha Sutra take 40 minutes. If you are a very busy practitioner, practice a mantra is very simple, quick, and easy to follow. So that is phase 2. You learn from the text, you learn from the video, you learn how to pronounce, you learn how to read. So when we chant a mantra, then you can begin to visualize the color of mantra or how this mantra looks like in your mind field. It's simple like that. So there's also no time limit of learning. You can take like 5 years to learn, or you can take 1 month to learn. Just take as your own pace. That will make you more happy and more comfortable to learn. So that is method 2. Learn from the video, learn from the text, learn how to pronounce. Some people ask me, how about you learn by yourself, but you don't pronounce right? Years ago, when I asked my master told me, as long as we arousing the bodhicitta, arousing this benefit others, this positive inspiration, on this mindset of bodhicitta, already embrace infinite blessing. So even some minor pronunciation error still can be embraced by power of the mantra itself, can be excused. So I use my master's answer to answer you. So just try to arousing the bodhicitta and benefit others, the same time benefit ourselves. We treating others the same like treating ourselves. This kind of mindset already embrace the superpower of the bodhicitta. So this is method 2. So you just try to learn how to pronounce. Take the action, don't hesitate. After you get familiar with mantra chanting and how the mantra practice as your daily practice or occasional practices, you can move on the third method, which is more considered intermediate level to advanced level. You can seek to receive an empowerment in person. But before you receiving empowerment, you need to take a refuge from a Buddhist monk or a Buddhist nun, from a monastic member. Once you take a refuge, you need to take Bodhisattva vow in order you receiving the empowerment from a master. So, once I receive their oral transmission, I will follow the Buddhist text. The complete Buddhist sutra text usually contain the mantra itself. So, third method of practice is to recite entire Buddhist sutra. At the end or in the middle of the sutra will contain the mantra. So, we do the mantra chanting practice with this prayer at the same time. Consider one section of the formal Buddhist cultivation practices. This is on method 3. As most of you are beginner stage, I will suggest you to do in method 1 and get very comfortable a long period of time on method 2 practices before you enter to the method 3, the formal actual practices. Because on the method 3, this is considered advanced practices, which you need to have a lot of Buddhist philosophy, Buddhist theory, knowledge, foundation, in order you can do entire sutra practice, contain the mantra chanting, and also visualization. This require empowerment. So I would suggest you don't rush, take your time, and try to build all your foundation of the knowledge and the theory, and get the knowledge of knowing what is bodhicitta, how you can arouse your own inner side of this great compassion to all the surrounding people and also to the sixth realm of sentient being. This requires a lot of effort. So I will suggest you not jump to the method 3. Since I'm sharing this practice online, I need to tell you a complete procedure, even though maybe you are not in this state of practices yet. The method 4 is a very casual practice. It's open to anyone, even a child. You can simply just draw mantra on the paper and just doing this. It's okay. You can do this as your practice. Even a child can do that. The most important is when you try to write a mantra on the paper, you need to also have preparation stage. For instance, it's best you can use a pure, clean paper and you write this mantra on a clean table. A piece of the blank paper. Once you write mantra on the paper, this paper already become a holy object containing the blessing and the infinite power of purified strength. If we place this paper somewhere, an all being can be benefit. For instance, the diseased people, if they saw this mantra, they still can receiving this liberation seed just by seeing this mantra paper. So that's why you can see in the Tibetan region, many people will write the Guan Yin mantra on the stone and place outdoor. Or they will put mantra flag in the yard. And we also put the mantra flag in our temple's forest. Why is that? Because once the mantra print on the fabric, we put outside in the forest. All the being in the animal realm, in the hungry ghost realm, in the hell realm, all will be blessed by the mantra printing on the fabric. So that also have a super infinite blessing. That's why if you print them, draw them on a paper, it's the same thing like this paper already become a mantra printing. Then you need to treat them with respect. You can place outside in your backyard, or you can burn them if you don't want to keep them, but don't put in garbage trash mixing with other garbage. That is considered disrespectful. If you don't want to keep the mantra painting after you draw, then you can give it to your friend. That is also okay. After my sharing of today, you can choose one of the methods you can begin with. If you already decide want to become a cultivator, you want to do the mantra practice as your practice, then I would suggest you to begin with the method 1 and to learn the pronunciation from the video, and the method 2. And if you really couple years after you are very ready and you want to become a Buddhist, you want to become a cultivator, then you can take refuge from a master and take the Bodhisattva vow after taking a refuge from your master. Then you can prepare to receive empowerment. So at this video, I already shared with you a complete different method you can do on these mantra practices. If anything I missed or you still have some questions, I always welcome you to write an email. So I'll create a new video to answer your question. I hope this video already answers some of your questions. Please let me know if this helps you. And I wish you can begin this journey of mantra practices. Enjoy, and I will see you next time. Thank you.